Service to all the fans in attendance tonight. We ask that you please remain alert throughout the game and watch for any foul balls hit in your general vicinity. And now, here are tonight's starting lineups. First, for the Reading Bulldogs, leading off and playing center field, number 6, Darren Hartwell. Batting second and playing shortstop, number 3, Kevin Marciano. Batting third and playing second base, number 8, Mike DiDonato. Batting cleanup and playing left field, number 42, Zach Tallis. Batting fifth and playing first base, number 44, Mike Taylor. Batting sixth and catcher for the Reading Bulldogs in game number 1 will be number 10, Zach Levine. And now the remaining Reading Bulldogs players and coaches. The Bulldogs are managed by John Halsey. And now for the Lexington Blue Sox, leading off and playing right field, number 7, Jeff Costello. Batting second and playing first base, number 25, Jeff Vigers. Batting third and playing shortstop, number 4, Ross Curley. Batting cleanup and playing left field, number 24, Julian Alvarez. Batting fifth, the designated hitter, number 9, Dan Graham. Batting sixth and catching, number 8, Alex Wojcik. Batting seventh and playing second base, number 12, Justin Silvestro. Batting eighth and playing third base, number 17, Thomas Russo. And batting ninth and playing center field, number 21, Josue Feliciano. The starting pitcher for the Blue Sox in game number 1 is number 42, Ryan Filipowicz. And now the rest of the Blue Sox team and coaching staff. The Blue Sox managed by Rick DeAngelis. Our umpires for tonight, Bill Carroll will be calling the balls and strikes, Joe Pascucci at first base, Tom Ryberg is at second, and Paul Doobie umpiring at third base. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask you to please rise, remove your caps, and direct your attention to the flag out in right center field as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Let's play ball!
From Morelli Field at Melrose High School in Melrose, Mass., this is Lexington Blue Sox baseball on LSP. Tonight, it's Game 1 of the 2017 Intercity League Championship Series between the number 2 seed Lexington Blue Sox and the number 6 seed Reading Bulldogs. Good evening, everybody. I'm Sam Feely, ready to bring you the play-by-play story. Hope you've calmed down and ease your hyperventilating a bit after hearing about the Kyrie Irving-Isaiah Thomas trade. So, after Game 3 that the Blue Sox won against Somerville, Dan Graham told me he had a vision before the season that either the Blue Sox or the Andre Chiefs would not make it to the Intercity League Championship Series this year. Well, the Reading Bulldogs pulled off the stunning upset of the number 1 seed Andre Chiefs in the semifinals in 5 games, and now here they are, their first appearance in the Intercity League Championship Series in their 8-year history. Meanwhile, the Blue Sox, well, it's become basically a rite of summer at this point, playing in the ICL Championship Series for the 11th consecutive year. And here are the starting lineups. First for the visiting Reading Bulldogs in the black uniforms with red letters and numbers. Darren Hartwell going to lead it off in center field, followed by Kevin Marciano at short. Mike DiDonato is at second. Zach Tallis is in left. Mike Taylor is at first. Chris Bosco is behind the plate. Steve Busby is the DH. JP Songen is in right. And Johnny Hayes rounds out the lineup at third base. They will face Blue Sox starter Ryan Filipowicz, who won his only decision in the semifinals against Somerville. Went 6 innings, did not allow a run, allowed 4 hits, 2 walks, and just 1 strikeout. So here's Darren Hartwell, the first pitch at 8:05. Down and in for ball 1, we're underway. Hartwell having a phenomenal postseason. 414 with 2 RBIs and 3 stolen bases. He takes down low, and it's 2-0. However, Hartwell has struck out 10 times in 29 at-bats. That catches the outside corner, and it's 2-1. The umpires for Game 1 of the Championship Series, Billy Carroll's calling the balls and strikes, as that's inside 3-1. Tom Ryberg is at Joe Pascucci is at first. Tom Ryberg is at second, and Paul Doobie is at third. The 3-1 fouled away, and it's a full count. We'll try to fix the positioning of the camera in a little bit, folks. Sorry that the pole down the middle is blocking your view of both Wojtik and Filipowicz. Don't worry about it, Todd. This is chopped to the right side. Waiting on it is the first baseman, Jeff Vigers. Left to underhand to the pitcher covering. It's not in time. Hartwell with his good speed is aboard with an infield single.
The shortstop, number 3, Kevin Marciano.
Sorry, Todd. All I can do. Yeah, that's a much better look, although we have the reflection of us in the booth. And I want to avoid that, but what are you going to do? Bunt down the third base line. It's foul for strike 1 to Kevin Marciano, batting .333 with a team-high 7 RBIs in the postseason. Hartwell with his team-leading 13th hit to lead off the top of the first in Game 1. Another throw over to first, and back standing is Hartwell. Hartwell in the regular season against the Blue Sox bat .375 with 2 runs scored. That hits the outside corner, and it's 0-2. Filipowicz looking longly at Hartwell, and time is called at the last moment. The pitch, swing, and a missed strike 3. And a throw over to first, and they got him on the pickoff! Wow! What a play there by Alex Wojtik, the catcher, and quickly 2 down and the base is empty. So much for Hartwell's speed at first. Base empty, 2 down for Mike DiDonato, and he takes down the middle for strike 1. Boy, that'll be a swing of momentum if ever there was one early in the game. Slider over the inside corner, strike 2. DiDonato, .333 in the postseason. 4 RBIs, 2 doubles, 1 triple. That's downstairs, and it's 1-2. Bulldogs as a team hitting .290 in the postseason in 7 games. Swept number 3 seed Watertown in 2, and then this is driven to left. Alvarez is going to step back a few steps. He thought he was going to have it initially. Took a few steps back, and he makes the catch, and the side is retired. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left after half an inning. Bulldogs nothing, Blue Sox coming up. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP.
Back with Lexington Blue Sox in the bottom of the first inning, Jeff Costello, Jeff Vigers, and Ross Curley.
Dr. Thomas Russo, General Dentistry of Winchester, is a proud supporter of the Lexington Blue Sox and the Intercity League. Dr. Russo and his dental staff offer a full range of dental services in their state-of-the-art office at 63 Shore Road in Winchester Center. Dr. Russo has been bringing high-quality and affordable dental care to his patients from Winchester and all its surrounding towns for 35 years. He regularly attends continuing education courses at Tufts, Harvard, and BU to keep up with the latest dental materials and procedures. Let Dr. Russo and his friendly staff provide you and your family with complete comprehensive dental care. Call 781-721-4700. We go to the bottom of the first, and Jeff Costello to lead things off for the Blue Sox. Costello, it's worth repeating, the ICL batting champion in his rookie year. The former Lexington High and BB&N product, going to Northeastern next month, and he takes on the outside corner strike 1. Costello, 4 for 8 with 4 RBIs and 4 walks in the postseason. He lines this one to the right side through for a base hit. And the leadoff man with considerable speed is aboard. Blue Sox have 5 steals this postseason, and Costello has 3 of them.
The first baseman, number 25, Jeff Vigers.
Here's Jeff Vigers getting the start at first base tonight. Zach Levine, the starter for the Reading Bulldogs. No decisions in 5 2/3 innings, a 2.47 ERA. Allowed 7 hits, 2 earned runs, walked 7, and struck out 6. Vigers tries to lay a bunt down, throw down to first, and they've got Costello in a hot box. Throw goes into left field, and Costello will get to second safely. Strike 1, but after all that, now a runner at second. Boy, crazy plays on the bases in just the first inning. So will the bunt still be on for Vigers? Still a very good hitter. Batting .500 himself in the postseason with 1 RBI. 2 for 4 though, not 4 for 8. He is going to swing and sky this one into left center field, and that is going to get down for a base hit. Costello around third. He will score. Vigers on his way to second with a stand-up double, and the Blue Sox are on the board first. It's 1-0. So what a start for the Blue Sox. Take advantage of an error, and they have a 1-0 lead. Here's Ross Curley. Curley batting .273, 3 hits and 11 at-bats with 2 RBIs in the postseason. All 3 of his hits are singles. That's the 4th double for the Blue Sox this postseason. That's low for ball one. They now have 27 hits as a team in the postseason. Only 4 of them are for extra bases, and they're all doubles. 1-0 to Ross. Levine delivers. He swings and misses for strike one. Swing and a miss, a good off-speed pitch, and it's 1-2. The defensive alignment for the Bulldogs, left to right in the outfield, Tallis, Hartwell, and Songen. Third to first in the infield, Hayes, Marciano, DiDonato, and Taylor, and Bosco catching Levine. The 1-2. This is chopped to the left side. This will be enough to advance the runner. Shortstop Marciano has it, fires onto Taylor for the out. It's a productive out as Vigers gets to third. Good heads-up base running by Vigers to advance to third on a ball to the left side.
The left fielder, number 24, Julian Alvarez.
That'll bring up Julian Alvarez. Alvarez still looking for his power stroke here in the post in all of 2017. 3 hits and 10 at-bats in the postseason, none for extra bases. That misses downstairs, ball one. Julian has not had a home run since the preseason Tournament of Champions. He takes up and away, and it's 2-0. So good hitters count for Julian. Maybe crank one. One nothing Blue Sox on an RBI double by Jeff Vigers, who's standing at third right now. That misses, 3-0. Dan Graham on deck. You put Julian on, you get the double play in order, but Graham represents no relief, as I'm sure you all know by now. That is a strike, despite Julian's best efforts to sell it, taking a step towards first. 3-1. Breaking ball catches the inside corner, 3-2. We saw a similar play when Soren Hansen was pitching against for Somerville against the Blue Sox in the semifinals. A breaking ball that forced Julian to duck, and it almost came back over the inside corner for a strike. This one actually did. He grounds this one to the right side. Coming home is Vigers, so maybe not a extra base hit or anything, but it does get a run home. 2 down, and it's 2-0. Julian picks up his first RBI of the postseason, and the bases are empty with 2 down for Dan Graham.
The designated hitter, number 9, Dan Graham.
Grammer having an uncharacteristically quiet postseason, 1 for 6 in terms of batting average anyways. He has drawn 3 walks and scored 3 runs. He has an on-base percentage of .500. Levine working exclusively from the stretch, and the pitch on the outside corner to Grammer, 1-1. Like I said in the open, this gentleman told me that he had a vision before the season that either the Blue Sox or the Chiefs weren't going to make the championship series this year. As he fouls this one to the left and out of play onto Tremont Street, we have an official broadcast. So everybody, flood Dan Graham's Twitter DMs for tomorrow's Powerball numbers. 1-2 to Graham. The pitch. Off-speed pitch misses inside. Levine tried to sell it, taking a couple steps towards the first base dugout, but it's 2-2. Check swing, and they'll appeal to third. He did not go. Wow, I thought Graham went around there, but shows what I know. Full count. Graham stood there like I think he knew he went around. And he got the good news. He's still alive. Full count. The payoff pitch. Into left field, down the line. This might be a tough play. And this is down off the base of the wall. Graham on his way to second. And it's a stand-up double. So how about that? Graham gets bailed out on a 2-2 pitch. Thinking even he thought he went around. And he gets a double down the left field line as the left fielder Tallis was playing way off the left field line for the left-handed hitting Graham.
The catcher, number 8, Alex Wojcik.
So another RBI chance for a Blue Sox batter, and it's for Alex Wojcik. He's only played one game this postseason, was 2 for 3 with an RBI and 2 runs scored in that game against Somerville. And that is low for ball one. He played in the one game at Trum Field. The one where, Mrs. Wojcik, if you're watching, I appreciate your compliments on how I handled having to broadcast in an awkward position that game. That runs inside 2-0. And thank you again, Mrs. Wojcik, for the nice words on Twitter. That's inside 3-0. See if Wojcik has the green light here. Upstairs, ball 4. As we have a little bit of crosswind, as you saw some dust blowing up there around home plate. First and second, 2 out. And here's Justin Silvestro.
The second baseman, number 12, Justin Silvestro.
Force at any base in order here. As the third baseman, Hayes, goes out to have a word with Levine, as well as the catcher, Bosco. Two runs, 3 hits, and an error here in the first inning. 24 pitches in the inning for Levine, only 13 for strikes. And Silvestro takes a strike, 0-1. Strobro batting .286, 2 for 7 with 1 RBI in the postseason. Blue Sox as a team bat .316 in the series against Somerville. He takes a big rip at a curveball and comes up empty for strike 2. Team leader in RBIs for the Blue Sox in the postseason is on deck, Thomas Russo. But he's only batting .143 this year. And this is fouled off. Remains 0-2. Russo has 5 RBIs. Costello, the leadoff man, has 4 RBIs. Just scored his 5th run of the postseason, which breaks a tie with Dorian Rojas for the team lead in that category. Dorian not in the starting lineup tonight. Seventh man to bat in the inning is Silvestro. And he skies this one into right center field. And this is going to be a leaping catch by the center fielder, Darren Hartwell.
For the Lexington Blue Sox.
And that will end the inning. 2 runs, 3 hits, 1 error, 2 men left. After 1 complete, Blue Sox 2, Bulldogs nothing. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP.
2007 ICL Championship Series. It's the Lexington Blue Sox 2, the Reading Bulldogs nothing. Scheduled bat for the Blue
Advertising opportunities are available on LSP. Get your company's message on air or on localsportsproductions.com for as little as $25 per ad. Visit localsportsproductions.com/advertising or email sam@localsportsproductions.com for more information. We go to the top of the second as the Reading Bulldogs find themselves trailing here in the top of the second. It'll be the middle third of the order. Zach Tallis, Mike Taylor, and Chris Bosco due up. Looks like, yeah, there's some sort of conversation going on here. Home plate umpire was talking to John Halsey. Now he's talking to Rick DeAngelis. I wonder what this could be about.
Is that the Melrose High color guard or flag crew out there?
Doesn't appear to be much disdain from either manager, so I guess it's just, I don't know what it is. So here is Zach Tallis, former catcher for the Bulldogs. He played first base, now he's in left field tonight. Ryan Filipowicz to begin his second inning of work against the powerful Tallis, and that's down and away for ball one. That catches the outside corner, and it's 1-1. Tallis, 360 with 1 homer and 6 RBIs in the postseason. Also has 3 doubles. He checks his swing, but it's a strike anyway. It's 1-2. Apparently some protest there from the Bulldogs dugout on that strike call, but that looked good from here. The 1-2. Popped up into center field. Feliciano camping under it. Makes the catch, 1 down.
First baseman, number 44, Mike Taylor.
Here's Mike Taylor, the first baseman. Taylor banged .286, no RBIs in the postseason. 6 hits and 6 strikeouts. And that is a ball, 1-0. This Bulldogs team struck out 60 times in 210 at-bats in the first 7 games of their postseason run. That is outside, 2-0. This is into left field. Alvarez on the run. That will get down for a base hit. And Taylor will hold it first with the second hit of the ball game for the Bulldogs.
The catcher, number 22, Chris Bosco.
So here's the catcher, Chris Bosco. Banged .350 with 1 homer, 3 RBIs, 3 doubles, and a triple, and 3 for 3 in stolen base attempts. Has an OPS of 1250, which leads the team. So Flip looking for a double play ball here. I got 1 strike him out, throw him out double play last inning, and that's low. Good block by Wojtek for ball 1. Wojtek caught Filipowicz in the Game 2 win over Somerville in the semifinals. Blue Sox actually used 3 different catchers in each of the 3 games. 4 different catchers if you count Derlin Tejeda's substitution in Game 2. As this popped up on the infield, and Filipowicz makes the catch himself for out number 2. I was saying Tejeda came in the 7th inning of that blowout win against Somerville in the clincher.
The designated hitter, number 38, Steve Busby.
And here is Steve Busby, the veteran and the DH. Busby, 154 with 3 RBIs. And he takes outside ball 1. Busby played in only 2 games out of the 4 against the Blue Sox in the regular season and was 0 for 6 with a walk and 2 strikeouts in those games. And time is called by the home plate umpire as maybe Wojtek got some dust in his eye with this little breeze that's blowing across the field off and on. Filipowicz comes set, and the pitch misses inside, 2-0. 24 pitches, 14 for strikes for Filipowicz. Number 25 is popped up on the infield. Second baseman Silvestro going towards the second base bag. Now makes the catch for the out that retires the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 man left after 1.5. Blue Sox 2, Bulldogs nothing. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. Want LSP to tape or broadcast your team's games? Rates start at just $50 per game. Visit localsportsproductions.com/services or email sam@localsportsproductions.com for more information. Well, here's the aforementioned team leader in RBIs this postseason for the Blue Sox, Thomas Russo, to lead things off. Although it's funny, like given his other numbers, you wouldn't think he's the team leader in RBIs. He only has 1 hit in 7 at-bats, but has 5 RBIs, has 3 sacrifice hits, 5 RBIs, 143 average, 111 on base percentage. Comes up empty for strike 1. And yet, he's been the biggest run producer for the Blue Sox this postseason. Go figure. He holds up on ball 1. The Russo, Feliciano, and Costello do up here in the bottom of the second. Bulldogs the first 6 seed since the ICL went to 6 teams to a 6-team postseason format to make the championship series. I believe they're the first team that finished the regular season under 500 as well to make the championship series. And that runs inside, and did that hit him? Levine is acting like it did, but Russo did not react very much, and I'm guessing it didn't hit him. He tried to square, so it's 3-1. Hitters count here for Russo. Let's see if he can crack one here. He will take ball 4. His first walk drawn of the postseason. And now here is Josue Feliciano.
Fielder number 21, Josue Feliciano.
He'll be on the cover of this month's issue of Bunting Aficionado magazine. As Jake Levine said, he does square, gets it down the first base line, and this is going to be a tough play, and Feliciano is safe with a bunt single. What did I tell you? Jake Wilsey told me during the broadcast, I think it was last week, Game 3, that he wishes he loved something as much as Josue Feliciano loves bunting. And if you won a league championship with a walk-off suicide squeeze, you would love bunting too. And he picks up a hit there. So first and second, nobody out for Jeff Costello. And he smokes this one to the left side, past the diving third baseman, into left field for a base hit. Russo will be held at third as the left fielder Tallis was there quickly. The ball is hit a bit too sharply, but the bases are loaded with nobody out. And here's Jeff Vigers. Already has 1 RBI tonight.
Number 25, Jeff Vigers.
Bigsy with the RBI double that drove in Costello last inning. And he's got a bunch more ducks on the pond here. First baseman Taylor is in. And that is low for ball one. Fouled off, 1-1. Vigors did not play against the Bulldogs in the regular season. This is ground to the right side. They should get the run from third home. Flip to the shortstop for one. On to first. And the throw pulled the first baseman Taylor off the bag. So it's a fielder's choice, an RBI, and an E6. Or no error? No error? I don't know. I pulled the first baseman off the bag. All right. So first and third, one out in a 3-0 score.
The shortstop, number 4, Ross Curley.
So here's Roscoe. Throw over to first. Vigors with good speed is back safely. Costello picks up his 6th run of the postseason, which leads the team. After, excuse me, not Costello. That was Costello was retired. Check swing. They'll appeal, and he went. Oh, that's a tough break for Ross. He pitch up and in, tried to protect himself with the bat, and ended up going around. Ross is 0 for 1. Runner goes. The pitch is downstairs, and a double clutch, and into second with a stolen base is Vigors. So 2 runners in scoring position for Ross, hoping to pick up another RBI. Has 2 on the regular season, 2 on the postseason rather. Ross against the Bulldogs this season was batted .286 with 3 RBIs. He takes a big cut and fouls it off for strike 2. 3 RBIs, 2 doubles, and 1 triple. And here at Morelli Field, 1 for 4 in the regular season with 1 RBI. And he fouls this one off. It remains 1-2. Reach 4 and fouled off again. Ross doing a good job staying alive here. Feliciano at third. Vigors at second, 1 down. This is ground to the left side, and it gets away from the third baseman Hayes into left field. Being waved around third is Vigors. The throw to the plate. He can score standing up. A 2-run single for Ross Curley, and it is 5-0. Bad hop there for Hayes, and the Blue Sox expand their lead even further. 5 runs, 6 hits already for the Blue Sox.
Left fielder number 24, Julian Alvarez.
Here's Alvarez, who's 0 for 1 with an RBI. Actually, they ruled that an error. They ruled that an error on the third baseman, Hayes. So, my mistake. I thought that was just too tough of a hop for... Runner goes. Pitch is a breaking ball down and away. Throw down to second is not in time. And Ross picks up a stolen base. Five runs, 5 hits, and 2 Reading errors. And Julian takes outside 2-1. Ross picks up his first stolen base of the postseason, and only his third career stolen base in the postseason. That is up and in 3-1. In fact, it's his first postseason stolen base in 6 years. You have to go back to... I'll pull it up in a second. As this is popped up, I don't know what Ross is doing there. There are only 2 outs. He's going all the way to third. Catch is made in center field. And getting back safely is Ross. And he lost track of how many outs there were. Lucky to get back safely.
The designated hitter, number 9, Dan Graham.
Ross's last stolen base in the postseason actually came against the Reading Bulldogs on August 21st, 2011 in Game 4 of the semifinals. Here's Dan Graham. Spin back to second, and nobody was waiting for that throw. Graham in his career in the postseason, as that's outside for ball 1, is a .319 hitter. He skies this one into right field. This has a chance. Back goes Songin to the wall. It is gone. Is it gone? No, it stays in play. Excuse me. That looked like it had the distance, but it is an RBI double for Graham. My mistake. And it is 6-0. Hard to see in that part of the field for some reason. 6-0.
The catcher, number 8, Alex Wojcik.
Graham nearly picked up another postseason home run. It would have been his 6th. And here is Alex Wojcik. The hit parade just keeps on going for the Blue Sox. Swing and a miss by Alex for strike 1. 2 runs in the first 4 here in the bottom of the second. Alex drew a walk his first time up, as that is outside. 1-1. Down and away, 2-1. Upstairs, 3-1. Levine scuffling, to say the least. 55 pitches through the first 2 innings, 31 for strikes. Check swing, but it's a strike, full count. So Dan Graham now 2 for 2. He and Costello both with multiple hits. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and the side is retired. The Blue Sox pick up 4 runs on 3 hits and 1 Reading error. And after 2 complete, Blue Sox 6, Bulldogs nothing. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP.
For the Blue Sox in the bottom of the second inning, they score 4 runs on 3 hits. There was 1 Bulldogs error and 1 runner left on base.
You can follow LSP on the web at www.localsportsproductions.com, facebook.com/localsportsproductions, and on Twitter at LSP37. You can also subscribe to the LSP YouTube channel and support LSP on Patreon, patreon.com/LSP37. We go to the top of the third as the Bulldogs find themselves in a very deep hole. J.P. Songen to lead things off. This is the first time I believe any of the Reading Bulldogs players have made it to the ICL Championship Series. The only exception, I'll have to look it up, Steve Busby, he may have played for Watertown in 2010. I'll look that up, as that's fouled off 0-2. But Songen getting the start in right field, 0 for 1 this postseason, as this is fouled off and it remains 0-2. Songen swings and misses for strike 3, 1 down.
The third baseman, number 12, Johnny Hayes. Boy, that was a shock. I think tomorrow night with the wind, and the air being a lot drier, that ball carried out. Tonight just so.
That's on the inside corner for strike 1 to Johnny Hayes. A humid night tonight here in Melrose, Mass. We got the AC going in the booth, 79 degrees. And that nearly bent back over the inside corner to Hayes, but it's 1-1. And Todd was just saying, tomorrow night when it's supposed to be drier, that the ball, especially the ball that Graham hit, would probably carry out of here. But although there is rain in the forecast overnight, and I don't know how much that's going to affect the field and whether we'll get the game off tomorrow, but hopefully we will. This is into left field. Alvarez coming in, and did he make the catch? He did. It looked like it dropped in front of him for a second, but 2 down. So the lineup turns over for Darren Hartwell, who led off the ball game with a single, but was picked off at first. And Hartwell takes outside ball 1. He smokes this one down the left field line, but that's going to get foul and out of play for strike 1. Hartwell has been with the Bulldogs since their inception, is a career .319 hitter, including back-to-back seasons of 400 or better in 2012 and 2013. Looks to bunt his way on, but foul, and he may have gotten a piece of his foot. Had career-high 11 stolen bases in 2015. In the postseason, he's a career .323 hitter. He grounds this one to third. Russo scoops, fires to first. In time. What a great throw by Russo to get the speedy Hartwell. And the side is retired. Filipowicz has faced the minimum through 3 after 2.5. Blue Sox 6, Bulldogs nothing. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. You can follow the Blue Sox on the web at www.lexingtonbluesox.com, facebook.com/Lexington Blue Sox, and on Twitter and Instagram at BlueSox_ICL. We go to the bottom of the third as Justin Silvestro will lead things off here in the bottom of the third, to be followed by Thomas Russo and Josue Feliciano. Zach Levine still out there for the Bulldogs. And the pitch, upstairs, ball one. Just doing a little research on any Bulldogs that have finals experience, and my suspicion was confirmed that Steve Busby, who's a DH tonight for the Bulldogs, is the only Bulldogs player who has finals experience as it's fouled down the first base line 1-1. He played for the Watertown Reds in 2010. That postseason, he batted .304 with 4 RBIs, but in the championship series against the Blue Sox, was only 1 for 8 with 3 strikeouts. This is popped up foul, and it's 1-2. So that is the only finals experience we have for the Reading Bulldogs that we know of. 1-2 to Silvestro.
What's up, buddy? What? No, I got work doing in there.
Outside, 2-2.
All my coaches.
Silvestro 286 in the regular season. Last year was only 1 for 4 in the postseason. I meant was only 1 for 14 in the postseason last year, and he smokes this one up the middle for a base hit. So clearly having a much better postseason this year than last year.
The third baseman, number 17, Thomas Russo.
1 for 14 last year with 5 strikeouts in the postseason. He's now 3 for 9 this postseason. Here's Russo, and he takes strike 1. Russo drew a walk his last time up and then scored. On the outside corner, 0-2. Russo last year in the postseason, as that's in the dirt. Silvestro tries to run, the throw down to second, and they got him. Russo last year in the postseason was batted .069 with 1 RBI. 2 hits and 29 at-bats. That runs inside, and it's 2-2. You know, for a while, Ross Curley struggled in the postseason, but, you know, Russo's young. As he gains experience, he's going to see those numbers come around. Down and in, full count. Again, 5 RBIs despite only having 1 hit. And that was a double. And he pops this one up into left. Tallis, going back towards center field, makes the catch. 2 down. And here's Josue Feliciano. Laid down a bunt single his first time up.
The center fielder, number 21, Josue Feliciano.
Feliciano 1 for 4 with 2 RBIs, 2 walks, and 2 sacrifice hits in the postseason entering play tonight. 2 for 5 now. And this is grounded right back to the pitcher, Levine. He will underhand to first after a little bit of a hesitation, and the side is retired. So much needed 1-2-3, well, not exactly a 1-2-3 inning, but he faces the minimum in that inning, does Levine. After 3 complete, Blue Sox 6, Bulldogs nothing. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP.
For the Blue Sox in the bottom of the third inning, no runs on 1 hit.
Coverage of Blue Sox baseball on LSP continues tomorrow night at 7:55 p.m. when the Blue Sox take on the Bulldogs, the Reading Bulldogs. in Game 2 of the 2017 ICL Championship Series. Watch live at localsportsproductions.com/live, then stream the game the next day at localsportsproductions.com/on-demand or on the LSP YouTube channel. We go to the top of the fourth. Kevin Marciano to lead things off against Ryan Filipowicz. The 4 runs that the Blue Sox scored in the second inning were the most runs, actually, the first runs they've scored in the second inning all postseason, as that's down and in for ball 1 to Marciano. The 12 runs the Blue Sox have scored in the 6th inning this postseason account for over half their runs coming in. This is driven to left, but foul, and it's 1-1. Marciano 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Looks to bunt his way on, pops it up towards the Blue Sox dugout down the third base line, and it's 1-2. Marciano, .333 with a team-high 7 RBIs. This is a little pop-up to the second baseman. Silvestro actually chopped there, and he threw to first, so it's 1 down. Pretty high chop, though.
The second baseman, number 8, Mike DiDonato.
Here's Mike DiDonato, another .333 hitter with 4 RBIs in the postseason, 2 doubles and 1 triple. That's down and away for ball 1. DiDonato, then Zach Tallis, and if anybody gets on, Mike Taylor. 6 runs, 7 hits, no errors for the Blue Sox. Fouled off 1-1. No runs, 2 hits, 2 errors for the Bulldogs. Flip winds and delivers. This is a little blooper into center field. This could be trouble, and it's going to be a base hit in front of Feliciano. So there's the third hit of the ball game for the Bulldogs. Comes with 1 out in the fourth rather.
Number 42, Zach Tallis.
Here's Zach Tallis, 0 for 1. Flew out to center for the first out of the second. Flip has thrown 44 pitches, 30 for strikes. Compare that to 69 through 3 innings for Levine. Down away, ball 1. Wojtek cocks the fire to first, but holds on. The Blue Sox have a 6-0 lead here in the fourth, but the Bulldogs nearly, as this is fouled off, strike 1, nearly finished off the Chiefs in their series in Game 3. They were down 7-0 after 1 that game and nearly came back and won. They got to within 7-5, but ended up losing that game 8-5. So, if the Bulldogs can sweep Watertown, and this is chopped up the middle, Silvestro steps on second, fires to first, and they did not get him as the throw pulled Vigers off the bag. He tried to tag Tallis. Tallis is below average speed. I don't think Silvestro had to rush that throw. So we'll see if that comes back to bite the Blue Sox.
The first baseman, number 44, Mike Taylor.
So Taylor will step to the plate, 1 for 1. and he fouls this one off for strike one. But like I was saying, if the Bulldogs can sweep Watertown and defeat Andre in 5, they can take on the Blue Sox. But we'll see what happens. That is outside, 1-1. It's not one game that decides it. It's best of 5. Throw over to first. Tallis back safely. Fielder's choice, no error there on Silvestro. Outside, 2-1. This is chopped at the dish, and a good bare hand there by Wojtek, but it was foul, and it's 2-2. 3 2/3 innings, 51 pitches, 34 for strikes, and 2 strikeouts for Filipowicz thus far. Got 2-2 count here on Mike Taylor. And that misses the inside corner. Full count. Tallis will be off with the next pitch. Dangerous hitter and Chris Bosco due up next. The payoff pitch. Skied into center field. This has a chance. Back goes Feliciano to the wall, and it is gone. A home run. Well, what did I say about the Blue Sox, the Bulldogs' comeback against Andre?
That is a 2-run homer for Mike Taylor of the Reading Bulldogs.
Well, they are on the board. Those are the first runs Filipowicz has allowed this postseason. It's now 6-2. And the rushed throw by Silvestro does come back to bite the Blue Sox. And here's Chris Bosco. 0 for 1. Down and away, ball 1. And we have time called as the ball got away from the home plate umpire. Fouled off. 1-1. Bosco in the regular season against the Blue Sox batted 2 for 8 with 3 RBIs, 3 walks, and 1 steal. And he skies this one to left field, but this is going to stay in the ballpark. Alvarez coming in, and he makes the catch for the out that retires the side. 2 runs on the home run by Mike Taylor, and after 3.5, we're halfway home. It is the Blue Sox 6 and the Bulldogs 2. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP.
Scheduled to bat for the Blue Sox in the bottom of the 4th inning, Jeff Costello, Jeff Vigers, and Ross.
Dr. Thomas Russo, General Dentistry of Winchester, is a proud supporter of the Lexington Blue Sox and the Intercity League. Dr. Russo and his dental staff offer a full range of dental services in their state-of-the-art office at 63 Shore Road in Winchester Center. Dr. Russo has been bringing high-quality and affordable dental care to his patients from Winchester and all its surrounding towns for 35 years. He regularly attends continuing education courses at Tufts, Harvard, and BU to keep up with the latest dental materials and procedures. Let Dr. Russo and his friendly staff provide you and your family with complete, comprehensive dental care. Call 781-721-4700. Jeff Costello to lead things off here in the bottom of the fourth for the Blue Sox.
Jeff Costello.
Costello 2 for 2 with a run scored to begin this ball game. Zach Levine's still out there for the Bulldogs, and he misses low for ball one.
We got all the, let's see, we got the final details. It was the Thomas Crowder, Ante Zizic, and the Nets 2018 first round.
Whoa, that's more than I heard the first time as that breaking ball gets in there for strike one. So we got the final details on the Kyrie Irving trade. It's Irving to the Celtics for Thomas. This is grounded to the left side. Third baseman has it, fires on to first. Stretch and the out there by Taylor. Hard to throw out Costello on plays like that, but he did. Great play there by the third baseman Hayes, and there's one down.
The first baseman, number 25, Jeff Vigers.
So it's Irving to the Celtics for Thomas, Crowder, Ante Zizic, and the Nets first rounder. As that is a strike as Vigers offered at that bunt attempt. Strike one. Wow.
Rumor had it the Caps wanted Tatum though in the Celtics.
Well, I guess it does a couple things. I mean, Crowder was going to see a significantly reduced playing time behind when you have a pretty crowded spot there with Tatum and Brown and Hayward. So maybe it's for the best for that, but 2-1.
Trade their entire backcourt this offseason. Starting backcourt anyway. Thomas and Bradley both gone.
I think this means we're going to see Jaylen Brown starting some games. And why not? He played well. Strike two. 2-2 to Vigers, who is 1 for 2 with 2 runs scored and 2 RBIs.
I think Stevens likes him at 2. I think that's a possibility.
And he grounds this one to the right side, through for a base hit. Bigsy is 2 for 3. The 8th hit of the ball game for the Blue Sox.
The shortstop, number 4, Ross Curley.
Here's Ross Curley, 0 for 2 with a run scored. Throw over to first, and Vigers back diving. Vigers has not attempted a stolen base this postseason. In the regular season was 1 for 1. That's fouled off, 0-1. In his postseason career, Vigers has 5 steals in 6 attempts, but has not had a stolen base in the postseason. Another throw over to first since August 13th against Reading. August 13th, 2015, that is. Now he runs, the pitch is low, the throw down to second, and the throw goes into center field, but it's backed up by the center fielder Hartwell, and a stolen base, there you go, for Vigers. So Curley with another RBI opportunity. 1-1 the count, 1 out. And he grounds this one to the left side, foul. 1-2. The home run by Taylor in the top half of this inning was the 3rd home run of the postseason for the Bulldogs, and the 1st for Taylor. Blue Sox have yet to hit a home run this postseason. In fact, haven't had anything more than a double this postseason. No triples, no homers. That's down and away, 2-2. Meanwhile, the Bulldogs have five doubles, five doubles. 14 doubles, 5 triples, and 2 homers down the left field line and foul. They have a team slugging percentage of .433. Now, granted, they've played 4 more postseason games than the Blue Sox, but Blue Sox team slugging percentage is only .354 entering play tonight. 2-2 once again. Grounded to the right side. This will advance the runner. Fielding it is the second baseman, DiDonato. On to first, 2 down. Ross is now 0 for 3, and that brings up Julian Alvarez, who's 0 for 2 with an RBI.
The left fielder, number 24, Julian Alvarez.
And Alvarez takes inside, nearly hits him for ball 1. Swing and a miss at a pitch away, and it's 1-1. And that drops in there for a strike. Another one where Julian felt the need to duck out of the way. One and two. And he lines this one, and a basket catch there by the shortstop Marciano for the out that retires the side. After 4 complete, Blue Sox 6, Bulldogs 2. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. Advertising opportunities are available on LSP. Get your company's message on air or on localsportsproductions.com for as little as $25 per ad. Visit localsportsproductions.com/advertising or email Sam at localsportsproductions.com for more information. Here we go to the top of the 5th.
Leading off for the Bulldogs in the top of the 5th inning, the designated hitter, number 38, Steve Busby.
Steve Busby, the only player with Championship Series experience on the Bulldogs, leading things off. He's 0 for 1. Filipowicz winds and delivers, as that is in there for a strike 1. Blue Sox scored 2 in the first, 4 in the second. Bulldogs got a little momentum back with a 2-run home run by Mike Taylor last inning. And this is chopped to the right side. Silvestro, soft toss to first, in time, 1 down.
The right fielder, number 35, J.P. Songen.
Here's J.P. Songen, the right fielder. Songen 0 for 1 with a strikeout. He swings and misses at an off-speed pitch away for strike 1. Songen in the regular season batted .118 with 1 RBI as he fouls this one off. 0-2. In the postseason, he's 0 for 1 entering play tonight, and has also pitched an inning. That misses down and away, 1-2. Pitched a scoreless inning against Andre on August 18th, allowing 1 hit. That's down and in, 2-2. Not the guy you need to mess around with here if you're Ryan Filipowicz. They're giving up 2 runs last inning. You want a quick one here. Down away, 3-2. And this is not a quick one. It's the last guy you want to walk. Number 9 hitter Johnny Hayes on deck. This is lined up the middle and through for a base hit. So he was forced to challenge him on 3-2, and he pays for it.
The third baseman, number 12, Johnny Hayes.
Here's Johnny Hayes. He's 0 for 1, flew out to left his first time up in the third. Blue Sox would like to get a double play ball here. So when Darren Hartwell comes up, he's got the bases empty in the 6th. Strike 1. Top of the 5th in Game 1 of the Intercity League Championship Series. This is grounded, stabbed by the pitcher. Filipowicz fires to second for 1, and a good slide there by Songen prevents Curley from getting a clean throw off. He does a good job of holding on to it to avoid an error, though, and it'll be 2 out.
The center fielder, number 6, Darren Hartwell.
So here's the aforementioned Darren Hartwell, 1 for 2. And that's in there for strike 1. This is chopped to the right side. It's going to be a tough play. Filipowicz has a hard time fielding it. And safe at first is Hartwell. So now first and second, 2 down. And that'll bring up Kevin Marciano. That puts the tying run in the on-deck circle. Here's Matt Karras coming out to the mound.
The shortstop, number 3, Kevin Marciano.
Flip pitched in 1 game against the Bulldogs this season. Actually, it was only 1 inning, got a save against them. 1 perfect inning with a strikeout. And that catches the outside corner for strike 1. This is chopped to the left side. Charging is Russo. Fires to first in time, and a big out there for Filipowicz as that ends the inning. The Bulldogs threatened, got the tying run into the on-deck circle, but strained 2 after 4.5. Blue Sox 6, Bulldogs 2. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. Want LSP to tape or broadcast your team's games? Rates start at just $50 per game. Visit localsportsproductions.com/services or email sam@localsportsproductions.com for more information. Here we go to the bottom of the fifth. Dan Graham to lead things off for the Blue Sox. 5, 6, and 7 due up. Dan Graham, Alex Wojtek, and Justin Silvestro. Blue Sox held fairly silent since that 4-run second inning. Looking to extend their lead. 6-2 here in the bottom of the fifth. Blue Sox in the Intercity League Championship Series for the 11th consecutive year. Bulldogs in the Championship Series for their first time ever in their 8-year history. And Graham's showing bunt pulls back and takes a ball, 1-0. Graham 2 for 2 with an RBI, including a double. He takes up and in, 2-0. And you do not want to be behind 2-0 to this man. Upstairs, 3-0. Blue Sox looking to win their third consecutive ICL Championship, and it would be their 13th in their 23-year history. Graham takes all the way, 3-1, and now will go to work. They have won 9 consecutive postseason games dating back to last year. Graham pops this one up into shallow center. And making the play is the second baseman, DiDonato, behind Marcianos. That took a significant turn to the left. But there's one down. Here's Alex Wojtek, 0 for 1 with a walk and a strikeout. And that is low for ball 1. Wojtek in his career is a .308 hitter in the postseason. That's entering play tonight. 2-0. Batted .400 with 3 RBIs in 2015, but only batted .154 last year. And he drives this one down the left field line and foul to make it 2-1. This year, 2 for 4 with an RBI. Although Wojtek only batted .154, he did draw 6 walks for an OBP of 421. He drives this one deep to left field, and just going to watch that one go is the left fielder, Tallis. It is gone for the first career postseason home run for Alex Wojtek, and the Blue Sox are up 7-2. That had the most beautiful sound off the bat, didn't it? 7-2. Wojtek picks up, again, his first career postseason home run and his second RBI of the postseason.
The second baseman, number 12, Justin Silvestro.
Here is Justin Silvestro. He's 1 for 2. And he takes down and in 1-0. So Wojtek now batting .600 on the postseason. Down and in, 2-0. Not even a second thought by Tallis of chasing that one down. That was crushed that deep. And Silvestro drives this one deep to right field. Back goes Songen, and that is off the wall. Silvestro is on his way to second. That didn't miss by much. If the air's any drier, that one's gone too. That's what you were saying earlier, Todd. Tomorrow night it's supposed to be drier, so a double for Silvestro.
The third baseman, number 17, Thomas Russo.
So here's Thomas Russo. 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored. And he takes a strike, 0-1. This is down the left field line, but that's going to get foul and make it 0-2. Bunch of the Blue Sox players peeking out from the dugout to see where that was going to go, but it sliced well, foul. 0-2. Outside 1-2. And Russo drives this one into right center field, and this is going to be caught by the center fielder Hartwell on the run. And that's a tough break for Russo. He hit it hard, but Hartwell with his speed ran it down, and there's 2 down.
The center fielder, number 21, Josue Feliciano.
So that'll bring up Josue Feliciano. And he grounds this one up the middle, through for a base hit. Silvestro being waved around third. The throw to the plate. This is going to be a close play. He is out. Great throw on a one-hop by Hardwell. He makes 2 fine defensive plays that inning. And the side is retired. The Blue Sox get 1 run on the home run by Alex Wojcik and leave 1. After 5 complete, Blue Sox 7, Bulldogs 2. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP.
For the Blue Sox in the bottom of the 5th inning, they score 1 run on 2 hits. There were no Bulldogs errors. There was 1 runner left on base. Your line score at the end of 5.
You can follow LSP on the web at www.localsportsproductions.com, facebook.com/localsportsproductions, and on Twitter at LSP37. You can also subscribe to the LSP YouTube channel and support LSP on Patreon, patreon.com/LSP37. Top of the 6th. Mike DiDonato to lead things off for the Reading Bulldogs. Ryan Filipowicz still out there, and he is greeted with a first pitch drive into center field, down for a base hit. So DiDonato aboard, the leadoff man is aboard. And that home run by Wojcik was the first in the ICL Championship Series for the Blue Sox since Mike Hart's home run in the infamous 4-day game against the Andre Chiefs in 2015. Here is Zach Tallis. That's up and away for ball 1. That was off of Jared Frenny, no less. And Frenny, his strikeout numbers in terms of per innings pitch were as high as ever this year, but he's become a little more mortal the last couple of years. Like the Bulldogs, hung in there with him for 8 1/3 before they finally chased him in Game 1, and then Game 5 they chased him after 4 or 5. 2-1. Did he? I didn't think he did. I didn't think he did. I thought I...
I looked at the box score, I didn't see any other pitchers.
And this is into left center field. That's down for a base hit. Well, never say die are the Bulldogs here. That's their attitude. First and third, nobody out. Still a ways to go.
Baseman, number 44.
And now another conference at the mound. Trying to see if that's a Bulldogs or a Blue Sox pitch. Oh, now there are some Carolina blue jerseys going out to the bullpen now to warm up, as Matt Karras is going to have a word with Ryan Filipowicz and the Blue Sox infield. So, Flip, not as sharp right now as he was against Somerville. Still having a fine game for now, but the tying run still in the dugout for the Bulldogs. Here's Mike Taylor. Had that 2-run home run his last time up. And that is in there for strike one. Taylor's hit a home run. Vigers has hit a home run. We could easily have 2 more home runs if it wasn't so humid, with a couple balls Graham and Silvestro hit. That's fouled off, and it's 0-2. Mrs. Wojcik, to answer your question, we're still playing 7 innings in the championship series. Up and away with an off-speed pitch, and it's 1-2. This is popped up into center field. Back goes Feliciano, running out of room, and he makes the catch. That carried a lot further than I thought it would. Coming in to score is Donato on the sacrifice fly, and it's 7-3.
The catcher, number 22, Chris Bosco.
Looks like a lazy fly ball, and especially in this humid air, you think it's going to just drop, and Feliciano had to go all the way back to the wall. Down and away for ball 1 to Chris Bosco. He's 0 for 2. Filipowicz now just looking for a double play ball. And as he gets a strike in there, 1-1. That's down and away. No, that's a strike. 1-2. Wow. That looked way down and away from here. Fouled off. Still 1-2. I have a feeling this is going to be the last inning for Filipowicz. This is driven down the left field line, but foul. Swing and a miss, strike 3 at a high fastball. 2 down. And that'll bring up Steve Busby, who's 0 for 2.
Hitter, number 38, Steve Busby.
Busby grounded out to the second baseman, Silvestro, his last time up. And he gets this one into right field, and this is going to be down in front of the right fielder, Costello. Busby picks up his first hit of the ball game. First and second, and once again the tying run now into the on-deck circle for the Bulldogs. And that'll bring up J.P. Songen, the right fielder. He's 1 for 2. Was down 0-2 in his last at-bat, and then rifled a single up the middle on a 3-2 pitch. And again, this is a guy who had 118 in the regular season and only one at-bat in the postseason prior to this, as he takes down an in-ball one. So if you're Filipowicz, you don't want to get too cute. You can just come after him, can't you? Filipowicz now at 87 pitches, 60 for strikes. It's fouled straight back, and it's 1-1. Seven runs, 11 hits, no errors for the Blue Sox. 3 runs, 9 hits, 2 errors for the Bulldogs. That's low, 2-1. And the ball gets away from Wojtek, and up to third goes Tallis. That'll be a passed ball on Wojtek. 2-1, and now a run 90 feet away for the Bulldogs. That's in there for strike 2, 2-2. .90 pitches even for Filipowicz. Number 91 is down and in. And he went around, says the home plate umpire. And that ends the inning. Maybe a bit of a gift there for Filipowicz, but he leaves 2 runners on base. And after 5.5, Blue Sox 7, Bulldogs 3. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. You can follow the Blue Sox on the web at www.lexingtonbluesox.com, facebook.com/LexingtonBlueSox, and on Twitter and Instagram at BlueSox_ICL. New pitcher for the Reading Bulldogs is Jack Theriot, making his 3rd appearance of the postseason. 1-0 with a 2.33 ERA. In 3 innings of work, he's allowed 1 hit, 1 run, 2 walks, and 2 strikeouts. In the regular season, he pitched in 13 games, as Jeff Costello takes strike 1. Posted a 3.43 ERA, was 4-4 with 1 save in 34 2/3 innings, as that's pumped in there for strike 2, 0-2. He allowed 44 hits, 30 runs, 17 of which were earned, walked 17, struck out 25. Costello fouls this one into the screen. It remains 0-2. Against the Blue Sox, he had only pitched in 1 game against them. 2 games against them, had 1 save, worked 2 innings, as this fouled straight back, remains 0-2. Allowed 1 hit, 1 run, and struck out 1. Theriot also spent some time at bat in the regular season, as is grounded to the right side, fielded by the first baseman. Taylor bobbles it. Will have to throw the pitcher covering, and they got him. That's another close play that Costello has been thrown out on. Usually beats those out, but not here tonight.
The first baseman, number 25, Jeff Vikers.
When Theriot was at the bat this season, he was 0 for 4 with a walk, 2 strikeouts, and a run scored. Here is Vigo. Jeff Vigers, 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs and 2 runs scored. And he smokes this one to the second baseman, DiDonato, fires on to first. Quickly 2 down. So let's see what Ross Curley can do. 0 for 3 with a run scored.
The shortstop, number 4, Ross Curley.
Ross still looking for his first hit of the ball game, as that is in there for strike 1. Only Julian Alvarez has not reached base tonight for the Blue Sox, as that's strike 2. Everybody else has gotten on via some form of getting on base. Down and away, 1 and 2. In the top of the 7th, the Bulldogs will have 9, 1, and 2 due up. Hayes, Hartwell, and Marciano. And Curley smokes this one into right center field. Back goes Hartwell to the wall, leaps, and he can't come up with the ball. On his way to second is Curley with a 2-out double. There have been a bunch of hard-hit balls tonight. And Curley gets his first hit of the ball game. And that'll bring up Julian.
The left fielder, number 24, Julian Alvarez.
So like I said, Julian, the only Blue Sox batter not to reach base tonight, though he does have an RBI on a fielder's choice. Let's see if he can change that here. Russo is 0 for 2, but he has walked. And a breaking ball misses the front door for ball 1. Levine got a couple of those breaking balls to freeze Alvarez, but not Therio, as that's fouled off 1 and 1. Therio comes set. The pitch. Down and away, 2 and 1. I don't know if you can really call it an insurance run if it would put you up 5, but knowing the Bulldogs' propensity for comebacks this postseason, it wouldn't hurt, certainly. As that's fouled away and it's 2 and 2. Home runs tonight by Taylor for Reading and Wojtek for Lexington. 7-3, bottom of the 6th. And this is fouled off, but unable to hang on to it, is the catcher Bosco, and it remains 2 and 2. Julian settles in. He's got a runner at second, Curley, after the 2-out double. And he swings and misses at an off-speed pitch, and down he goes. Down on strikes for only the second time for a Blue Sox batter tonight. We go to the top of the 7th, closing time for the Blue Sox. Blue Sox 7, Bulldogs 3. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. Coverage of Blue Sox baseball on LSP continues tomorrow night at 7:55 p.m. when the Blue Sox take on the Reading Bulldogs in Game 2 of the 2017 ICL Championship Series. Watch or listen live at localsportsproductions.com/live and stream the game the next day at localsportsproductions.com/on-demand or on the LSP YouTube channel. We go to the top of the 7th. Defensive changes for the Blue Sox. Drew Burgard is now in left field. Chris Ruaco is now at second base. And making his first appearance of the postseason, your friend and mine, my broadcast partner, Rob DeFranco. DeFranco did not pitch in the Somerville series in the regular season, made 6 appearances, 7 2/3 innings, 5 hits, 1 unearned run, 3 walks, and 8 strikeouts.
For the Bulldogs in the top of the 7th inning, the third baseman, number 12, Johnny Hayes.
Johnny Hayes, the number 9 hitter, to lead things off against DeFranco.
DeFranco, former Melrose American, resident of Melrose,
And now a Bates College pitcher. And
DeFranco made 2 appearances against the Bulldogs in the regular season, as Hayes takes strike 1. He pitched 1 2/3 innings, allowed 2 hits, no runs, no walks, and struck out 3. This is grounded past DeFranco to the shortstop Curley, on to first, 1 down.
the center fielder, number 6, Darren Hartwell.
That'll bring up Darren Hartwell, the leadoff man, who's 2 for 3. And he's made a couple of fine defensive plays tonight as well. Seven to 3 our score on the top of the 7th. Blue Sox looking to close this one out and take a 1-0 lead in the best-of-5 ICL Championship Series, but that misses down and away to the lefty Hartwell for ball 1. Blue Sox scored 2 in the first, 4 in the second. Bulldogs got 2 in the fourth on a 2-run home run by Mike Taylor. Blue Sox responded with 1 in the bottom of the 5th. This is a little nubber on the infield, caught by Curley, and they're 2 down. Little cue shot there. Blue Sox responded with 1 in the bottom of the 5th on a solo shot by Alex Wojcik. Bulldogs got 1 on a sacrifice fly in the 6th. And now the Blue Sox 1 out away from their 10th consecutive postseason win. It's up to Kevin Marciano, who's 0 for 3 with a strikeout. And he chops this one to Curley. He's been busy. Bare hands, fires to first. What a exclamation point as the Blue Sox take Game 1 of the Intercity League Championship Series 7-3 in a game that took 1 hour and 45 minutes. The winning pitcher is Ryan Filipowicz. He improves to 2-0 on the postseason. The losing pitcher is Zach Levine. He falls to 0-1. No save. The final totals for the Blue Sox: 7 runs, 12 hits, no errors. And for the Reading Bulldogs, 3 runs, 9 hits, and 2 errors. Our players of the game are Jeff Vigers, 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs and 2 runs scored. Okay. So not only is this the 10th consecutive postseason win for the Blue Sox, which is a team record, it's the 6th consecutive postseason win for the Blue Sox against the Bulldogs, and the 7th consecutive postseason win at Morelli Field for the Blue Sox. Thanks to Bruce Hack for that little tidbit. So the Blue Sox take a 1-0 lead. Strong start by Ryan Filipowicz. Great batting performance by Jeff Vigers, 2 for 4, 2 runs scored, 2 RBIs, and a stolen base. Blue Sox up 1-0. 2 games to go for their 13th ICL championship. But, still a long series. Bulldogs have shown resiliency already this postseason. We'll see what happens tomorrow night. So with that said, this has been a presentation of the Lexington Blue Sox in association with Local Sports Productions, serving Greater Boston student-athletes since 2011. Copyright 2017, unauthorized redistribution of any portion of this broadcast without the express written permission of the Lexington Blue Sox or Local Sports Productions is strictly prohibited. Coverage of Blue Sox baseball on LSP continues tomorrow night at 7:55 p.m. when the Blue Sox take on the Reading Bulldogs in Game 2 of the 2017 ICL Championship Series. Watch or listen live at localsportsproductions.com/live, then stream the game the next day at localsportsproductions.com/on-demand or on the LSP YouTube channel. And be sure to follow LSP on the web localsportsproductions.com, facebook.com/localsportsproductions, Twitter at LSP37, and subscribe to the LSP YouTube channel and support LSP on Patreon, patreon.com/LSP37. Once again, the final score from Morelli Field at Melrose High School in Melrose, Mass. The Lexington Blue Sox defeat the Reading Bulldogs 7-3 and take a 1-0 lead in the Best of 5 2017 Intercity League Championship Series. My name is Sam Feely. Thanks for tuning in.